Previously on this old outboard.
What he says he does, gets medium-sized finishing nails and super glue. And he drives them down in there and super glues them as, I guess that's how he does it, super glues them as he taps them in. I got finishing nails, I got super glue. I say I'll try to keep them right with the ribs here, 2, 3. I like these. Alright, so the original prop is back on. Now I don't know if this prop is going to work, so it's just an experiment. There's 20 miles an hour, 4,000 RPM, 22. 22 at 38. 30 at 48. Hit waves, I'm hitting waves. Dang it, man. 5,400. 33. See there? I was up to about 5,600, 33. Hadn't even trimmed the motor up yet. Camera's still running. I told you, because that prop has been filed down, I'm going way up where I need to be, RPMs, and hadn't even trimmed the motor up yet. 33, 50, about to hit 5,600 RPM. I knew it. Now, I can still buy this prop. I can cut a pattern off of these blades, take the brand new prop, trim it down to this size. With this boat set up, it's all custom at this point. It might need a custom prop. I mean, I can put the stainless on, it's been cut down, and I can get up to 6,000 RPM, but it's not going to do the same speed. You get over here and get a good running head start. I can feel the motor's too low in the water because it's pulling a little bit to the right. Camera's still on. See, that's the thing too, when this puppy starts hitting 36, 37, 38 was my top. I think I'm just barely grazed 39 that day. It gets squirrely, man. There's no weight in the front. It gets squirrely. If there's any kind of waves out here, boy, it's all over the place. Well, it looks like the pin job is holding up. I don't know the guy's name that sent me that. It's been weeks now. He might be on to something there. All right, let's try long, diagonal. See what I got here. run 36 miles an hour. Now see, that was my last good run, was 36, and that was after I put the deck in. But my RPMs are up there. Now, that's what I'm saying. Are the pins holding? It sounded pretty good, but I'm not breaking 36 anymore. Should have marked it. Then I would have known for sure. But I was just getting ready to say, I'm not hitting the 38, and I didn't want to trim it up too much, get a little spooky. But there's a little controversy on cold weather running versus hot weather running. When I did those top speeds of 38, it was warm out. It's cold this morning. So I've always said I've never noticed a difference. Some people say they run quicker in the cold weather. Some people say that's not right. It's opposite, quicker in the warm weather. I've really never noticed too much difference. All right, so that's like 3 runs, right? I think I was probably just about to hit 37. I mean, that day I hit 38, it was going that way. It was a little bit more of a chop on the water than this. This puppy was hydroplaning, man. It was getting spooky. With this prop and those RPMs, with the deck and everything back in, I should be right in the range. Same with the stainless. Maybe that stainless will outrun this thing. Maybe this thing is still spinning a little bit. I might be able to tell just by looking at it. See, I told you I can get this baby up there. All I had to do is bump it a few more times. I'm running out of lake. The chop is picked up just a little bit. 6,000 RPM, 37 miles an hour. I know I could have bumped it back to 38. No sweat. It gets spooky, man. I'm holding on, and the front end is so light. And that bow sticking out, hit the wind the wrong way, knocks you around. I knew it. I knew I could hit. I knew I could hit it. I can feel the difference in this thing, man. I mean, it's just. And at 6,000 RPM, 37 miles an hour. And you don't know on the GPS, it could be 37.999, you know. Here's the other thing too, the stainless is an old prop. It's an old used prop. It could spin out at any time. The new prop is not going to be any good. I'm not going to be in range RPM wise when I start adding weight back onto the boat. Almost identical, the chop on the water, this thing starts hydroplaning over that little bit of chop. And I hit that button, bink, 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 raise this thing up just a hair at a time. I could have went up 2 more hairs. It just gets spooky. Alright, so I pulled the prop off and I had to grab the camera and show you what you think here. Now, this damn thing, when I put this washer on, it was clean. Now you see this? Look. That's rubber in there. Look, there's big chunks. I'm feeling them. That's big chunks of rubber. And then look at this thing. Man, it looks like it got mangled in there. See all that mess around there? It didn't look like that when I put it in. Oops. See all that rubber? It's still spinning. The damn thing is still spinning. Incredible. Look at that. How can it, man, that's incredible. But I mean, it held, but it's still spinning. It just looks chewed, mangled, and all this crap. Yeah, that's rubber. Look at that. That's chunks of rubber. You know what? Let's mark this thing. I'm gonna take the screwdriver and bang a little dent in it. I think that's enough. See right there where I put that little dent, shiny, and a little dent right there. They're lined up. See what happens. So yesterday I ran out, while I was down there, I ran to my storage unit. Grabbed my pressure washer so I could blast that little 6-horse. When I was piling everything up, I picked up the original prop and I looked at it. And I said, aha, I knew it. And I was like, man, I should have marked this thing. So anyway, I'm thinking, well, I didn't really have to mark it because the nails marked it. So if you remember, I put every nail right in line with the ribs. I can pull up the other video and show you, but I don't think I need to. And you can see how far they've moved. When I took it off that day, it was all full of chunky rubber and, you know, wet, and I couldn't see anything. You know, here's one sticking out the most, here's one you can see, and then that last one I buried pretty good. So there's no telling how far this thing spun. But it was spinning. That's why I couldn't hit 38 miles an hour. But I got close. And it did work to a certain extent. But there it is, there's the proof. It obviously was spun around and around and around. So there's no way to tell where in the hell this thing ended up, started, blah, blah, blah. So it worked. If it hadn't have spun, I would have hit the 38 again. You know, at the end of that run, I was like, maybe this thing is still spinning. I've never had a prop that didn't completely spin out. I've said that before. I don't know. A little weird. But that's what happened.
Follow the real life saga, one outboard at a time, baby. You know the channel. Oh yeah, baby.